Good afternoon and welcome on this press conference. First of all, I want to thank the people of 𝗕𝗹𝗺𝗁 Stadium that they put the pitch available for us to train on Monday, today, tomorrow and Wednesday. Secondly, I have to say that it's maybe one of the most difficult preparations I've had since I'm coach of Bafana Bafana. We have a lot of injuries, players, important players. First of all, 𝗂𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃 is not there. Ocon is injured. 𝗕𝗹𝗺, you know, he was playing but is injured again. 𝗂𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃 plays his first game this weekend, but he's still not there. 𝗵𝗁𝗆 is 𝗀𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗀, and today we had to tell Masangari to go home again after the injury of yesterday. The reason why we took that decision is that we are not sure, we don't have any guarantee that 𝗬𝗨 would be ready for the game of Friday. It's very difficult when you work with a national team where you have only 3 or 4 days to prepare a game, to wait. It's more easy when you are a club team. You have 5 weeks, 6 weeks pre-season, and then you have all the trainings. So I think tactically everyone knows approximately what the coach wants. This is different. We have to do it on 3-4 days. I mean, you can't count on a player the first 2 days, and maybe also the 3rd day. I think that the decision is right, and that you have to say to 𝗬𝗨, sorry, go home. We can't take that risk. His replacement is 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃. Why 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃? I think everybody agrees that he's a player with much qualities, and I have to agree also that the past years we didn't really see what we expected from a player like that. But he's an experienced player, and he's a player, one of those players who can play on that position. You know already that for more than a year we look for a replacement of 𝗕𝗹𝗺. We had 𝗬𝗨, but now 𝗬𝗨 is also injured, so it was very difficult to find someone with those qualities. And I think with 𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃 we have the right player on the right position. But I have to tell you also that when he comes, he will be on training, I think. That the night I will have a little chat with him, and that I exactly will tell him what we expect from him. Besides that, we have players who don't play so much the last weeks even. 𝗵𝗁𝗆, I don't think that is the right moment to call 𝗵𝗁𝗆. When you have a transfer to a big team like Sundowns and you don't play, or they put you the first game on the right back, the second game you play 45 minutes and they replace you, and the last game they put other players on your position and you stay on the bench. That mentally 𝗵𝗁𝗆 for the moment is not ready. We have 𝗵𝗍, everybody knows the problems. Morena is another case, was injured a long time, but now suddenly he plays, and this is something that I want to ask to the clubs to be a little bit more clear in the information they give us about the injury. I had a reaction of someone when I told him that. He said, yes, but we don't want that the opponent knows that the player will play or not play. I will never call the opponent of the team of next week and say, hey, this one is not playing. So I don't know that is a reason not to tell exactly what it is and what the player or where the player is. But okay, that's why we took the decision also not to take Morena. But if you see now, we played 71 minutes, I think, last week, all the game. Yeah, we could have the opportunity to take him, but again, if the information is not clear, then it's very difficult for us. Then third, is the pitch. It's a saga. I called it already the 𝗵𝗁𝗺𝗀 saga. First of all, we played in 𝗵𝗁𝗺. I went to see the pitch last week. It was awful, really awful. Such a bad pitch. Then there has been a control of FIFA and CAF. I don't know when. So suddenly we got a message on Saturday that we don't play in the stadium because of the condition of the pitch. We didn't know where we had to play. We took contact with Lesotho. So Lesotho didn't know anything about it. Yesterday we received a letter that we will play on the second stadium in 𝗵𝗁𝗺, the little stadium, and not in the big stadium. So, yeah, okay, I see you doing this. How is it possible? Yeah, I don't know, but the first game, is Lesotho who is organize it. So, we have to accept what it is. The other, I don't know from where that decision comes, why suddenly CAF and FIFA controlled the pitches, but it's a decision they made, and we have to take it like it is. The game of Friday, it's a game of must win. We can't afford ourselves to lose points against Lesotho, and that doesn't mean that I underestimate that that opponent. That is the biggest mistake we can make now, that to think that, okay, it's only Lesotho and we will win. Lesotho plays a draw in Nigeria last year, I think. They are neighbors, and you know our neighbors are. So we have to be careful, and we have to keep the pressure on our opponents. When we win the game on Friday, job is done. And it's up to our opponents to do better than we, or at least as good as we, and put pressure on them. So this is something we have to try to be in that position, certainly. And I don't know if it's true, but I think Nigeria is only playing Saturday. I saw it somewhere. So that means that if we win on Friday, that there will be a big pressure on their shoulders, because then they have to win against Rwanda. And again, Rwanda don't have to lose, or may not lose, to keep the second place. Because it should be an ideal position for us. But first of all, we have to win, and even with everything what happens in the last week, I'm confident. I know the qualities of the players. We are still strong enough to beat Lesotho, but again, we have to focus and we have to be concentrated. We have to reach our best level, and we have to fight. Playing a good game, a nice game of football, okay. When we can do it, why shouldn't we do it? But let's start from the first game, from the first minute, to fight for every second and for every square meter of the pitch, and try to win that game. And again, it should be a very good situation for us if we could win the game on Friday.
Thank you, Coach.